Yo, 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 what's good, y'all? It's Bassey, Akwa. Fivio Foreign denies beefing with Coach the Ghost. You know what I mean? And he said this on he said it in an IG clip, an IG post. He said, "Y'all got me ready to get in my bag, but I'm just trying to stay calm." And I understand him. You know what I mean? Like, obviously and apparently, there's probably some ops that's poking at him. You know what I mean? He's getting success. He just dropped the album. He got the song with Meek. He's just trying to enjoy himself. You know what I mean? But this is equivalent. Like, I feel what he's going through in this situation. Not like that in terms of beef, but just like, you know, just if you just analyze the whole scenario, like this is equivalent to like you trying to, whack off to some Tiana Trump doing her thing. She's going hard. She's moving crazy. She's pulling out all the moves. She's pulling out the trombone moves. She be going crazy. But then your little cousin is knocking on the door. He's making noise. He's slamming, cabinets in the kitchen. He's asking where the Cheez-Its are. He's eating all the PB bites. You going crazy? Like, yo, what's going on? I'm trying to enjoy myself. I'm trying to have a good time. And this person's really angering me. This is what Fivio Foreign is going through at this time. You know what I mean? He's probably in his you know, in his guest room, you know what I mean? Just like with his hand on his temple, like DJ Khaled mode, like, you know what I mean? Suffering from success. Like, this is what he's going through at this time, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, when people go through these type of situations, like if you ask a typical person like Favi, like, yo, what's going on? They probably would say like, yo, man, you can't just be worried about the hospital. At the end of the day, that is what comes with success. You can ask, any successful person, you watch all the successful interviews, they'll tell you that, you know what I mean? Whatever type of earning they took, you know what I mean? They took some sort of loss. It doesn't have to be financial. It could be whatever spiritual, mental, you know what I'm saying? Something that's weighing on you. And this is one of them situations right here. He's going through something, you know what I'm saying? In the in the dude, like I guess whatever. I necessarily don't know what's going on. I know that Coach the Ghost dropped a song, whatever, this record. He talked about Pop Smoke and everything, and that you know, it de- it definitely it definitely sent some waves through Brooklyn. And as far as I can see, Fivio Foreign is not in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? You just gotta imagine. Like I'm trying to like as I'm watching him go through this. Like this is a dude that I saw him do a few interviews, and they weren't even respecting him as if he was an artist. They respected him as if he's just some drill rapper that, oh yeah, he got millions of views because they were in the video wilding out with tools on them, and they had bandanas on. So it just got a bunch of views because the kids want to just see something crazy. And like, this is not real music. You know what I mean? But he's at the point to where all these same people that were, probably pushed him off or probably wrote him off as just an internet, whatever, drill rapper. You know what I mean? He's getting a lot of support from those people at this time right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Just looking at how, you know what I mean? Just I'm basically wondering how he would be able to navigate it. You know what I mean? Like to me, you know, I probably wouldn't. I probably would be happy right now if I was him. I would be happy, like, yo, man, like, look at all the stuff I've been through. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, we can say whatever we want about the street stuff, the coast to coast stuff, the pop smoke stuff. But at the end of the day, when it comes to just drill rap, period, the ceiling for New York, not even, I'm not going to say drill rap, for New York City drill, Brooklyn street rap, the ceiling was not as high as it has reached in 2020. I mean, it's not as high. I mean, that's why in a lot of these videos I say like, damn man, I'm definitely surprised, I'm definitely proud, and I'm definitely like, damn man, these dudes definitely came a long way because there was once a point where I was in my room with all the lights off, watching that Blicky and a Vox video, very scared. I was like, yo, what is going on in Brooklyn? You know what I mean? Like, what is happening in Brooklyn? Like, I went to Flatbush when I was like 5 years old. I have not been back since. You know what I mean? And I remember it was pretty scary then. You know what I'm saying? So I was watching that video like, damn, like this is whatever going on in Brooklyn right now. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I didn't realize that this was like a stem and this was like a branch off of what Tekashi 6ix9ine had going on. Like if you look back at some of the stuff that 6ix9ine was doing and had going on, a lot of this ties into what's going on right now with the New York drill movement. I'm not gonna necessarily say certain stuff because it's like, why would I say that to perpetuate certain stuff? But yo, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know what I mean? Like it kind of like the ceiling has reached high levels. You know what I mean? Because you ask someone about New York drill rap a few years ago, they'd be like, "What?" You know what I mean? Because this is something like I used to listen, I used to bump. You know what I mean? The early two Suburban and stuff like that. Like, yo, this is hard. You know what I mean, I used to hear people, the younger people in particular from New York, bumping it, and it was like, this is like, yeah, this is a thing right here. But when this is gonna materialize into something that's being popping and played on the radio, because like you got to think of some of these songs to us. whatever the people to the not even just the kids, to the listeners of the people that like the music, because it's not just the kid, you know what I mean? Because being old is pretty much a mindset. It's not necessarily how old you are, you know what I mean? But just thinking about like hearing Suburban on the radio, to me it was unrealistic. To hearing anything of that type of caliber on the radio, or that type of that stature on the radio, it was just unrealistic to me at the time. You know what I mean? So when you start hearing some of these things getting played, you see these dudes did a show at a theater, and it was just multiple, you know, Brooklyn acts together doing their thing, having fun, and they actually got it done. It was like, damn, man, like they actually got a show done together where the Blickies and the you know, the quote unquote woos and stuff like that, you know, that crew and that label, they were doing their thing together, and it was like, damn, man, the ceiling definitely was not as high. You know what I mean? The ceiling was definitely not as high because we've heard some stuff, you know, we've heard from drill rappers from the New York scene in particular about how other people felt about drill rap in New York City, like how they felt about it. It was like, what is this? This is not gonna last. And I could necessarily see how they felt about it. They felt, yo, some of these kids are actually doing some of this stuff. Some of these kids are actually doing some of the street stuff. I know to the fans, and some people, some of the fans believe it, but some of the fans are kind of hip to the fact that, yo, a lot of these dudes know what they're doing when they say names, when they say certain stuff, and they say certain lingo that is going to cause a spike in the views and in the upstreams, and it's going to make it popular, it's going to make the video big. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of these dudes are hip to the fact, but a lot of the, you know, like just looking from the labor perspective and looking from any business perspective, taking a chance on just drill rap period is like, yo, like what? You know what I mean? Because that's why Chief Keef was such a big deal, because we kind of saw how that played out, and we kind of saw that the fact that Jimmy Iovine took a chance on Chief Keef, it was literally a chance. Like the fact that he took a chance on Chief Keef, it was like, yeah, he made a lot of money, but it was like at the end of the day, it's still, you know what I mean? It still wasn't you know, someone just texted me. It still wasn't you know, it was still a risk that you could have avoided at a certain point, because he was missing interviews, missing video shoots. He didn't show up to the 50 Hate Being Sober video. That was a huge song, and like, come on, bro. That everybody knows that music videos make you know, they make the staying power of songs extend. You know what I'm saying? So you don't show up to that. You're not even understanding your business. You're not understanding something that's going to help you. So it's like, even past the street stuff, just the way the dude's mindset and how he was moving was, you know what I mean, a conflict of interest to him. I mean, not just the label and the business, to him himself. You know what I'm saying? So people looked at that situation and they're like, they kind of put that stamp on all of the drill rappers together. You know what I mean? And I don't think they felt that way about, you know, all these Brooklyn rappers. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's two different places. Like a dude from Chicago and a dude from New York is two different people. Like they did not come up the same. I don't care what people say, did not come up the same. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is. You know what I mean? Like there's pluses and minuses to both from being from both places, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? But when we look at dudes like Favi and he's coming up, I mean, he's definitely one of the dudes that get to reap the benefits from the drill rap scene at this time. And it's like this dude that's put in his time. You know what I mean? He's got videos from years ago. He was around Bobby Smurder and them. You know what I mean? But when I really paid attention was, you know, the Blicky in the Box video. I remember that video because he said some really impactful stuff about like his mom and stuff like that. I was like, damn, like, you know what I mean? And I remember like 6ix9ine even shouted him out on it, like a random. They were at some resort and like he just said it and tagged him, and I just remembered that. And then once I heard the song, I was like, yo, didn't I hear like 6ix9ine say this? You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, that's crazy. And it's like to see this dude just get you know, get to reap the benefits for the work he's been getting. Like I definitely mess with that because a lot of people think, oh, he just popped on the scene with a bandana and just started dancing and moonwalking and spinning around. No, he didn't just do that. He put in a lot of work to get where he's at today. You know, which is all the reason why he should, you know, like he said, cool out and chill. And definitely try to move right in these times. You know what I mean? Definitely try to move right in these times. And it's like, you know, get the album out. You know what I mean? Continue to do what he's doing. I don't know exactly his plans. Continue to raise your family. That's like I said. That was one of the most important things. This dude is, you know, he's older than probably a lot of the people who listen to him. Probably a lot of the people who probably watch me. He's older than me. I mean, this dude has a family to raise, and I think he's a good example. You know what I mean? For you know, for dudes watching and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, he's older than us, and we're learning. I'm learning. You know what I mean? At the same time with that, you know what I mean? But let me know what you think about this in the comment section. How do you feel about this whole Fivio foreign possible coast to coast situation? Um, how do you feel about it? Do you agree with what Fivio Foreign said, or you know what I mean? Do you understand what he's going through? Do you disagree with you know what I mean? Anything he said in the situation, let me know in the comment section, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about this, y'all. Holla.